Hey yo, what's up, dude? So I'm just here on this YouTube shit. I'm here to give y'all a movie review today. So I'm a big movie goer, right? And I've always wanted to make some YouTube videos and some movie reviews and talk about them a lot. And I always go and see the newest like shit right away. You know what I'm saying? Like day one or like the first weekend and shit. So I had to go out and see. Well, the most recent one was Weapons. I went out and saw Weapons, which was a marketed to be a horror movie, and I thought it was pretty solid. So today we're gonna be talking about Weapons, and it was marketed to be like a really spooky horror movie. And oh my goodness, my camera wants to. Damn, bro, stop focusing. Now we're focused. Weapons is a movie about a class of elementary school students that kind of leave their house in the middle of the night, all at the exact same time. Everyone in this class of elementary school students, besides one kid, and one night they all leave, and then the one kid comes to class that one day and is like, I don't know what's going on, right? So that's kind of the initial setup of the movie and everything. The teacher of the classroom, doesn't really know what's happening and everything, and this happens, and then it kind of shows like the aftermath of this happening, and the community's kind of turmoil with the teacher and the whole town and everything. They're all getting all up in arms because whereas our kids, they're still missing, they just kind of go missing in the middle of the night and they never come back, and there's really not really an explanation for it. So this movie was directed by the same director that did Barbarian recently. Man, I just showered, so my hair looks like straight fucking ass, but Barbarian was a solid film. It was a solid kind of horror flick that was kind of like an Airbnb nightmare movie, really, which this is Lumi as well. Barbarian was like an Airbnb nightmare movie where these people like go into this Airbnb, and from what I remember of it, it's kind of just like really spooky. From there, it kind of makes it really ominous and it's really sus because like they kind of like double book the Airbnb. These multiple people kind of double book it, and then they're just like, yeah, let's just stay here for the night. And holy shit, my web camera will not stay focused. So that's really cool. Got to figure that out. Lumi's trying to climb on my keyboard. Let me remove her. Let me go into Zach Kreger's next movie, Weapons. It is a pretty solid film that is almost more of a mystery movie than horror. I didn't really get too much horror out of it, although it does have some, interesting spooky imagery. And the story is told through this perspectives of sort of different characters throughout the movie. So it kind of tells their story and then it moves on to the next person's story. Some of the actors in this movie, including Josh Brolin, which I've seen from movies like Only the Brave, and then Julia Garner, which I believe was just in the new Fantastic Four movie. She just played Silver Surfer in the newest Fantastic Four movie, I do believe. Yep. And she was pretty solid in that. And Zach Kreger was the director of this one. What other movies has he done? Barbarian was kind of his first kind of horror attempt here, and then now this is kind of his like sophomore film. I really liked it. It was pretty intriguing all around. I was kind of going and expecting just like a super spooky film, but I got a little more mystery out of it than anything, and the story is more interesting than anything. A couple of kind of like cheaper scares is what I saw as well, here and there, but a lot of it was just more so creepy than anything. I think the performances were really good. I think it was pretty believable. And the teacher, Julia Garner, really has to play this woman that just is caught in all the middle of this, and she really has no idea what the hell is happening. She does a really good job of just playing a teacher that her entire class disappears in the middle of the night. I mean, it's a pretty creepy plot setup, if you ask me. And this almost has a couple of notes of even comedy and whatnot, kind of even towards the end. It really almost depends on how it hits you, though, like how you interpret it. It might be a bit different than how somebody else interprets it. And the theater experience, I think, might actually play a role in how you enjoy this film, right? Because if you're in a theater that's just completely silent, locked in the movie, everyone, like all the viewers around you are all locked in the movie, you're not gonna have like a super, funny experience, I would say. Like, I didn't really have like a really funny experience where I was laughing a lot. I was really just kind of locked into the story and the mystery aspect of it. The characters are pretty cool. There's one character that I really enjoyed that played the kind of like this crackhead dude that was just felt realistic. I don't know. And he played it pretty well. It was kind of realistic with the feel of like this crackhead looking dude. And Josh Brolin plays kind of the parent that we follow in the story of one of the kids that is missing. So sorry for my clapped ass hair and my clapped ass focus. I don't even know how to get this shit to focus, man. This is ass. So in terms of the spook meter, right? Scale 1 to 10 for the spook meter, I'd give it like a... This one's like a 5 or a 6 on the spook meter, right? 5.5 maybe out of 10, because it's not going to be super scary for you, and it's not going to give you that like absolute like wow factor, besides a couple of moments where it's either just like kind of spooky, or if it's just like it has a couple of cheap jump scares in it, and I was just kind of disappointed by that almost, because I don't really like that shit, because it's kind of just like, it's cheap and it's not really what I like, what I'm going for. I've seen plenty of horror movies this year. A lot of people, or a lot of the marketing and random reviews and shit, want to say it's like, oh, this is the best horror movie of 2025, I wouldn't quite say it's the best horror movie of 2025, but it's probably one of the best films of 2025, because I really kind of enjoyed the full package of it, not so much for the spooks. Probably my favorite horror movie that dropped in 2025 so far was Bring Her Back. Now that movie was pretty spooky on the spook meter for sure. I really like that one a lot, actually. That one's made by the Philippo Bros, whatever. Things that you'll see from the trailers, like the kids running out at 2 a.m. in, this weird fucking like pose shit, they're doing this like pose that's like this. Some people want to say it's like a Naruto run or something, but they're not like bending over like Naruto's run like that, you know what I'm saying? But like they're just got their arms out like this, kind of like a triangle kind of thing. I don't know. It's all of the kids did that same run outside of their houses, which is kind of how they start piecing together, what's really happening here. And I guess the ending was kind of a little bit like I guess I kind of knew something like this was probably the cause of this. It wasn't anything super new in terms of horror movies. I think if you've seen a bunch of horror movies, you've probably seen like this exact like climax almost before. Not quite, the same. There's some differences in this one. This one likes to use a little bit of comedy towards the end, like I said. But this one's a pretty solid film. It's not going to be over spooky. It's about a 5 to 6 on the spook meter. And I do enjoy I did enjoy going to see Weapons. Now, compared to the other horror movie that just came out, Together, I'm going to make a movie review on that as well. Together, starring Dave Franco, that one was pretty interesting. I'd say maybe a little bit more spooky, but not that much more spooky, really, on the spook meter. That one Together might be like a 6 on the spook meter. Weapons is probably like a 5. In my experience, though, I'm kind of like desensitized a lot to a lot of the horror films I grew up watching. The Saw movies and, some of the more traditional horror films I haven't really been into too much, like the Friday the 13th or Halloween or whatever, but Weapons. Go out and see Weapons. In terms of a final score for this movie, I would probably give it an 80 out of 100 or an 8 out of 10 if you'd like to go on the 10 meter scale, whatever the fuck. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to be a chill dude making some chill movie vids and shit. I just like to talk movies and I don't have people to talk movies with, so I'm gonna talk movies with myself so that I can wrap my head around my thoughts of movies for my like 2 viewers that might watch this. So yeah, Weapons. If anybody actually ever watches this video on my Weapons movie review, comment below, tell me what you thought about it, man. I mean, I really thought that it was cool how they told the story. That was kind of like almost the gimmick of the movie, was the way that they told it. The gimmick of like changing from character to character to character in their perspective of the whole thing, right? So I think that was more so the almost uniqueness of it. I haven't seen the movie like that in a minute, but acting was pretty good. It was believable. Parents of the missing children in the movie are all they feel believable. Brolin was a really good casting for this. And I heard somebody say that fucking Pedro Pascal was supposed to be Brolin's character in it, and I'm happy that we stuck with Brolin because Brolin's just a good actor and he plays serious roles like this pretty well. This movie really reminds me of a movie called Prisoners that came out in like the mid 2010s, I believe. Prisoners with Hugh Jackman and Jake Gyllenhaal. This has Prisoners vibes to it, but a little bit more on the spooky horror spectrum rather than Prisoners being a more drama driven film. Prisoners is very drama driven and dialogue driven and very like intense, and now it's more of a full mystery movie. There's no spookness to Prisoners, but this one is kind of like Prisoners, but if it was supernatural spooky to the whole plot of the film, I guess. So this one's got Weapons has a real intriguing plot, kind of grabs you in, and I thought it was great. So I'm trying to keep it spoiler free here. Love to talk more about it. If anyone, the 2 people that watch this want spoiler talk about it or whatever, maybe that'll be a couple years down the road when I can start making that shit when somebody actually watches this. But hey, I'd be glad to talk more about Weapons. But Weapons, 8 out of 10 right now. I might see it again. I might buy this on Blu-ray. I am a Blu-ray collector. I like my Blu-rays. Physical media. Go buy physical media, man. But anyways, I'd probably buy this on 4K and Blu-ray. Low key though, like Weapons was pretty good. I would watch it again. I would recommend it to a friend. I'd recommend it to pretty much anybody. I'd recommend it to even my parents or whoever, because it's not something that's gonna be like super fucked up. It's not ultra grotesque or anything. There's a couple moments of like bloodiness and whatnot, but it's not really overly grotesque. There's a little bit of gore. It doesn't go overboard with it, But Weapons, go watch it. Go support this movie in the theaters. I'm a big theater guy. But try to dodge all the annoying ass moviegoers that don't have respect for your movie ticket, bro. Because I hate that shit. I hate some like kids coming up into the theater like talking and shit throughout the whole fucking movie and on their phones and fucking just yapping and laughing. Oh, I hate when you go into the movies and some fucking teens are like sit like right fucking next to you, and they're sitting over there fucking. You watch like the spookiest horror movie of the year, right? You're trying to lock in, you're trying to get the like, oh yeah, it's gonna be cool as fuck, and then you go start the movie, and then these fucking kids are out there fucking laughing like the whole movie. That ruins the whole movie. That ruins the movie. Don't do that. Don't go to the theater and start fucking laughing at everything, bro. Unless it's like a fucking comedy movie, bro. Like if it's a horror movie and you like use some teens and shit, like you ruining the movie for everyone, bro. Like don't do that. Don't do that. That's sus. Stop doing that. For real. Like I hate that. Don't do that. Just watch the movie. It's much better. I know you're trying to impress your like girlfriends or whatever, but like stop doing that. This is why people don't go to the movies anymore, because y'all ruin it. For real. Alright. Well, I hope you enjoyed this fantastic, weird first review of this random dude reviewing Weapons, the movie. So yeah, I left the corners open in this frame here so I can throw some like pictures or like graphics or video, whatever the fuck I want, on the thing. So yeah, man, let me know. Subscribe if you want some more fucking movie reviews and shit, bro. This is unscripted, as you can probably tell, and I'm just trying to tell y'all some thoughts about some movies, man. Tell me your thoughts about the movies, bro. And let me know if there's any other movies that I should check out. There's plenty of other movies that I have in my head that I'm going to make reviews for. Horror movies. I love action movies. I love... I like me some comedy movies, but I really like I love the Marvel movies, of course. I love horror movies. Yeah, man. I love all the movies. I'll be seeing them all, man. Let me know what y'all think of Weapons, though, in the comments. Hit me up and like the video or something. I don't know if that even helps the algorithm or whatever on YouTube nowadays, so I'm just trying to hop in on this shit, you know. Thanks for watching, if you actually watched, and sorry for the focus is terrible. I'll fix that. Alright, deuces.